Hello guys, I'm Shockwave King back here once again. And it's a title of the video, why Hajime chapter, why the round for round, pound for pound, undisputed, best chapter in the series so far, in my personal opinion, is chapter 1209. It is the best chapter in the series so far, in my personal opinion. Because I don't know, it's something about this chapter, man. I remember when I first read it, it was never the same afterwards. Everybody want to talk, number one, there's like a rare few people who don't know anything about the manga currently, so if you're a new viewer, please exit for the spoilers. But besides that, Hajime Ride 1209 is hands down the best chapter in the series, in my personal opinion, because it's everything around the chapter. It's just not 1209. It's to build up the 1209 and then 1209 itself. Cause this is right after 1207. Well, Ippo woke up to Kumi, and then he got high. He's like, "Hey mom, Kumi-chan's inside my room. And it's not a dream. It's not a dream." Where you going, Ippo? I gotta go get the fish for dinner. It's just, I tell you, I love this stuff too much. But when it first in 1209, boy, it just, even the way the chapter starts out, like Ippo comes back from Dr. Kanishiki, which is a reference to Ashino Joe, and the doctor who kept trying to, Yuki, Yuki, is it Yuki? I forgot her name. I think it is Yuki. Yeah, that Yuki kept trying to get Joe to go to with Dr. Kenichi, and she was the one who, and he was the one who gave Joe like a 1% chance of potentially not having brain damage. But the way the chapter starts out, you got Yagi the coach is there, and he's just like, there he goes, there he goes. he left without any trouble at all. Thank you, Ippo. And he's just like, the coach is just like, thank you, Ippo, for letting me dream. You've been the last person that I ever trained. We got this excellent image of the coach by himself, and he's just like, he's ultimately the doctor stop. The doctor stop. And then it switches over to Ippo is leaving the gym, and it switches over to the rooftop. And then you got Kimura turns around, it's like, okay, it's time to go practice. Let's go. Let's go. And the doctor gonna come, and he's just like, you can watch all you want, but he isn't coming back. Honestly, I thought I'd be the first one to go, since I did everything I could, but hey, Ippo left before I did. He left before I did. And then it was just like, wait, Yoki's just like, it's kind of anticlimactic though. It's kind of anticlimactic. When Garamichi left, we gave him a beating, so it's kind of sad Ippo left when I get here. Takamura shows up, of course. The great Takamura shows up, and he's just like, every thrash him now, split his skull wide open. Who knows who came out of it? And this is why I say the best chapter. We're getting into the meat now. We're getting into the meat. Itagaki's just like, you passed Senpai. What did you say to him? And Takamura's like, what was that? What was that I said again? And Kimura's just like, you kicked him where he's down. You rubbed salt into the wound, didn't you? And he's just like, well, you want me to trash you too? I love this stuff too much. I love this, but this is where things. This is why I consider it to be the best chapter right here. What's about to happen? After Takamura tells Kimura Yoki, you want me to trash you too? It's the reason why I consider it to be the best chapter in this series. Itagaki's like, Takamura-san. Takamura's like, oh yeah, I asked him if he got any treasure. And you see Ippo throw it as a leave, and it's like, treasure. And you see the flashback through all the greatest moments throughout the entire series. Ippo meeting Takamura. Ippo trying to train himself to get out of the leaves. Ippo taking that nasty smash from Sendo. Ippo doing the dim drill for the first time. Becoming Japanese champion. Training against Jason Osma. Moving him under the poles. And then like them going to... and then they go into karaoke and just rocking out with your monitor. And then on the next page, there's another double page spread. Spawn Ricardo Martinez, seeing Nakamura beat Brian Huck, clashing with Freddy Gonzalez. They're coming out there with the smoke, running and training with the Koagama 5, pulling out Aoki from the from the ocean when I was going fishing. Ippo traded with the tires running, and Ippo getting knocked out. It is some of the best stuff in the entire series. The flashback, the recap through the flashback through the leaves, ending where it first started, where it's just like you can see all the memories through the leaves. Just like how Ippo got hit by Kojima's left hand. He was just like, he was looking at all the people who looked at him and all the fighters who pushed Ippo forward. And then, towards the final few pages, page 16, I got more treasure than I could ever carry. So much. And Ippo just walks away. Just walks away. And you see the final title cards for Ippo. 26 fights, 25 wins. No, 23 wins, 23 KOs, 3 losses. Makunouchi Ippo retired. In my opinion, this is the best chapter in the entire series. Which is odd, because like most people, from the way I sound in some of my videos, think I'm some type of juiced up hype junkie, but I'm telling you, I enjoy every aspect of it. Even chapters where there's no fighting going on. How did he? I don't know. I'm an unusual specimen here, but it's just I don't know. There's something about this chapter I ought to get. I don't know why the chapter where Ippo's retired is the best chapter ever, but it's something about when Takamura tells him, did you find any treasure? Did you get any good treasure? And it's just like the theme and the symbology is just everything about Takamura asking Ippo, did he get any good treasure? It's just everything around it. It is perfect. It is fantastic. It is the perfect send-off, in my opinion, to Ippo Makunouchi. Sure, will he come out of retirement? More than likely. Of course. That's what everything building up and leading to. I'm going to make a totally different video about what's going to trigger Ippo to return at this point. No one knows. Not even me, but I don't know. Chapter 1209, in my opinion, is the best chapter, hands down, throughout the entire series. I don't care what anybody says. They'll build up chapter 1208, where it's just like chapter 1208 just make it even better, because it's like Ippo, she gonna walk the girl and like it's just Ippo and Kumi walking back, and like Kumi basically once again nearly confessed her love for Ippo, and they trip over a rock and you get that freeze frame. And he's like, she's like, Makunouchi, he's like, Kumi-san, your brother's here for you. And she's just, of course, Mishima gotta get beat on. She got a swinging bag at him, and she goes off with him. And he's just like, oh yeah, thanks for this. Thanks for this. And of course, from the Ippo logic, says a rock, created such a special moment towards Ippo. This is gonna be my lucky rock. I'm gonna hold on to this stone. Now it could be symbolic with the whole stone thing and how it's shaped like a heart but there's a crack in it, which could lead to Ippo returning back to the ring, or lead to the whole how Kumi reacts and the whole fracture between Ippo and Kumi. It could happen, but then like Ippo goes to Dr. Kaniski, get the test run, and like he tells the coach right off the bat, I'm going to retire. Which just leads into the final shot. Ippo is leaving. Takamura walks past him, and he's just like, I don't know what it is. It's something about Takamura saying, did she score any good treasure? Ippo's like, treasure? Takamura's like, adventure means finding treasure. Does she get any good treasure? Ippo's like, you bet! You bet! And Ippo goes to the good old tree, where his boxing career started and where his boxing career ended. He grabs all the leaves. He grabs all the leaves with both his hands, 10 in each hand, which arguably is very symbolic, because before Ippo was trying to keep the leaves, he kept the leaves from when he first passed that test with Takamura jab with both his hands. But in this case, instead of keeping the leaves, instead of keeping the damn leaves, he just let him go, leaving his entire boxing life and his gym experience behind. Well, for a few chapters, we all know what happened at this chapter. He just let it all go into the air. And just seeing all the memories, Miyata getting shoes, meeting Mishima, going against AJ Dante, Akita, Seiki, Borg, Shinoda, like meeting Itagaki, meeting Nokoda, just all the memories. Kobashi, Jason Ozma, Yamada, and it's just like all the memories, meeting Itagaki's father, all the memories. Miyata said, oh, I'm sorry, but we won't be able to fight. I'm sorry. It's just all this entire flashback of the entire series. I don't know what it is. Like seeing all the fighters, even seeing that guy that was the undercard for Ippo doing the Brian Hawk fight with Takamura on that fight card. Seeing that guy Ippo just KO'd in the first round. Just seeing everybody just comes back for this one final double page spread, and it's just, what more do you need? What more do you need, in my opinion? In my opinion, this is, without a doubt, the best chapter, hands down, throughout the entire series. And just the symbolism of Ippo finally letting the leaves go, not putting him in his books, just letting him go, is everything. And sure, Takamura did destroy the original leaves when they turned to ash, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's something about this chapter, man. It's something about it. It's just it's everything. It's everything around the chapter. It's the build up to the chapter. It's the chapter itself. The coach just like, thanks for letting me dream. And like Takamura just like, oh yeah. I remember what I told him. This is school only treasure. And like you just see the double page spreads of Ippo just letting the leaves go out of his hands. And he's like, treasure all of the good times, all of the good old days. I'll be honest, if the series ended right here, nobody would have complained. In my opinion, nobody would have complained in Hajime Ippo if at chapter 1209 the series officially ended. Sure, there should be some people like, what happened to Itagaki, Takamura, things like that. But it was just, since people think the story is only about Ippo, if it was truly only about Ippo, the series would have ended right here. It would have been over. This is why I don't understand why people say, oh, when is Ippo gonna come back? When is Ippo gonna come back? Hajime Ippo is not just about Ippo. Because you respect doing like the whole Rookie King tournament, when it was focusing on more than one person, it was obvious signs it's not gonna be just about Ippo. It's just not about your favorite fighter. It's about your favorite fighter, his rival, his friends. Or would it be like hang out at the gym? It's about everything around it. This is what I like. This is why I love to see guys like Sendo, Mishima, or Kimura, or Yoki fight in between Ippo losing or not fighting, because it's not just about Ippo, it's about the Kurogama gym and Coach Kurogama's star student, Ippo, the man who basically had no type of talent besides from destructive punching power and balance. That is it. He had no type of natural boxing IQ. He had to be refined. Kurogama had to take that raw material and beat it again and again with the sledgehammer into submission until you form the unstoppable boulder that Antonio Caveira cannot hold back, the undead zombie that made Gonzalez shit himself, the Ippo Makunuchi we all know and loves. It is, without a doubt, the best chapter in the entire series, hands down. So far. And the reason I put so far, because we don't know how it is going to officially end, if Ippo going to ever return or not. There's so many questions that goes up in the air. We are expecting Ippo to come back, so it's just, who knows what will lay down into the, what will come in the future. But for this one chapter, for this one moment in time, 1209, without a doubt, in my personal opinion, is the best of the best when it refers to Ippo chapters. Just the combination of everything, just Ippo leaving the gym, seeing like Kimura Aoki's and like Kimura Aoki's and Takagi thoughts about it, seeing the coach and Yagiza say goodbye. That's that. Shinoda say goodbye to Ippo, but maybe before he left, he maybe said something to him just off panel. And just, of course, you could not have Ippo leaving without him meeting the man who got him into the sport in the first place, the great Takamura. And out of all things, even though he said Ippo was shit doing his fight with Antonio, out of all things, the last thing Takamura says to Ippo when he retires is, "Did you score any treasure? Let's go!" I might be a sucker for pirates, but it's different, man. It's just different. It's just, I love this stuff too much. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's just done with your goodbyes. I feel like Ippo's like, I feel like I'm coming home from an adventure, which is funny because there are some hints that Ippo will do something in the future besides from being a second, which is foreshadowed by Hiroko, Ippo's mother. But it's just, beside from all that, beside from what comes after it, the Keith's Dragons, the Miatas, the Alfredo Gonzalez's, the Shinobu's versus Mishima, beside from all that, the chapter is fantastic. It is the best chapter, hands down, throughout the entire series, in my personal opinion. And I'd like to know you guys' opinions with the chapter. In my opinion, it is the best chapter, hands down, without a doubt, without a fragment or doubt. It is the best of the best. It is the accumulation. I haven't read this for 30 years, but reading after 1,209 chapters for it to finish off like this, if it would have been an official ending, I would not be mad. People will have questions, but in my opinion, people would not be mad. But I'm still glad it's going on. I still enjoy the series. Some people say, boy, some people say I want Ippo to come back, but Ippo's not the main character. If Ippo's your main character and the reason you stuck around, I can respect that, but come back in a few years and hopefully he'll be back then. Because I'm enjoying what's going on now. We got other side characters we need to build up. So, I'm glad it's still going on in time. But it's been Michelle. What can't you guys' thoughts and opinions? What is your favorite chapter? What do you believe is the best chapter of Hajime Ippo? The greatest accumulation of the entire series into one chapter. In my opinion, it's 1209. But what is your personal favorite? Like, comment, and subscribe, and be the Chocolate King, and peace. Peace.